All right, what's up, chat? I'm doing a daily recap, trade recap of Tuesday, 11/25/2025. I'm gonna go over the numbers. Well, first we're gonna go over the trade that I took in the P&L. So I lost 332, which a lot of that was because of slippage. I was supposed to lose around what I lost yesterday, but the candle that took me out was pretty strong. We'll get into that in a little bit. On the 4-hour chart, we had this fair value gap that was unfilled, and this fair value gap that was filled, but we had a low that was sitting here, and then we had this fair value gap that was unfilled. So what I wanted to see was, obviously we've been bullish. We're trying to work through this 4-hour SIBI. I want to see us take out some low and then start to trade higher, right? And specifically, it was this minor sell side, which we'll be able to see once I zoom into the 15-minute chart. So that's all I had my focus on, right? Coming into the market open, I wanted to see this low get taken out, and then we trade into this high, right? Easy. Minor buy side, sell side, and this is my main target on the higher time frame. Obviously, that's a lot to ask for from price for that to go there just today. This is where it gets interesting, right? So at this point in time, ES was expanding a lot to the upside, almost took out these highs up here, right? ES failed to take out those highs, and NQ was taking out this low. So there was an SMT, but there was no entry to take anything to the buy side. On the 1 minute, there was nothing. I take a fair value gap. I take inverse fair value gaps, and there was nothing there for me to take, right? We took out this low, and from this manipulation leg, there's no fair value gap. I go from the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there's just on no time frame was there a fair value gap. So with that being said, we ended up displacing down to this 4-hour fair value gap, right? And now this is where I think the series of my mistakes starts to begin, and we'll get to that in a little bit. So off of this manipulation leg, right, we take out this low and we leave this fair value gap. Now, I kind of messed up here because I didn't take this IFVG. I didn't like where the candle closed, so I didn't take that, but I usually do, right? So what I wanted to see was us trade back into this 5-minute fair value gap. I wanted to see us mitigate this 5-minute fair value gap, and I was going to risk below this 1 minute fair value gap here, right? This is the highest time frame inversion. If we go through the 2-minute, actually no, the 2-minute had one also, and this is kind of what I want to talk about, right? I was kind of confused on which time frames to really take the fair value gap, because we had it on the 2, the 3, right? But off of this manipulation leg, taking out this low, the 1 minute, that's to me the best fair value gap, right? We don't really have any manipulation, to say really, other than I guess we took out this low and then we had these series of fair value gaps. So I could have also taken this, but there's another fair value gap here. So I kind of need to study with my entry, like which fair value gap am I going to take when there's a series of them stacked up. And I kind of hesitated with that. I didn't really like where this candle closed. I didn't really like it didn't seem worth it, right? Look at this risk to award. It doesn't really seem necessarily worth it. So I ended up just letting that go, and we ended up mitigating this 5-minute fair value gap. So now, even though we're hitting this 4-hour and we took out this sell side, I want to see, right, are we starting to build the sell side of the curve again? Are we really starting to sell off again? I want to see what price wants to do. So we hit this 5-minute, and this is where I zoom in and I see how price reacts. We ended up leaving a low here and just taking out all these highs. All these high got taken, and we're back inside this fair value gap, right? So now I want to see, is price going to reject? And I kind of just gave it away right there, right? So price eventually rejects super hard. And I was going to take a 2-minute inversion. I was, right? Price ended up literally playing around here, and then the last second closed inside this little bullish fair value gap. So I didn't get the inversion, and then this candle ended up just dropping down crazy. And I ended up just letting it go. And then this is where I knew the day was about to get bad. Price ended up just bouncing around here. Ended up hitting the 4-hour again, not taking out any liquidity on either time frame, and like main liquidity, like this low, right? This low is fine, but this low right here is specifically what I was looking for to get taken out. So I didn't miss that trade, and then we're gonna go ahead and skip even more because there's just a lot of consolidation, right? So I was starting to get off the charts, and this happens to me a lot, right? As I'm starting to get off the charts, price starts to look beautiful, right? So we ended up having this 15-minute fair value gap, right? We had this 15-minute SIBI up here that was unmitigated. So I'm looking at this. I want to see, okay, if price trades into this, what's the reaction that price wants to have, right? So price comes up, and guess what it does, right? As I'm getting ready to close the charts. Right as I'm getting ready to close the charts, we trade right into that SIBI. We end up taking out this high. And now I'm just waiting for the inversion, right? Which it's also on the 2-minute. Again, this is where when there's so many fair value gaps stacked, which one am I taking, right? Because the highest time frame fair value gap you could argue here is a 3-minute, and it holds it beautifully. So this is what I need to study in my inversion entries. But we end up getting that inversion. I end up getting a short in here, risking at the high, and I was targeting this short-term low. And price just boom. And this is a candle. Obviously, this is a huge candle. This candle alone gave me slippage. And like I said, the 3-minute candle here never ended up getting broken through. So I guess this is kind of just my mistake. Bad execution. I should have just stepped off the charts. The charts were so bad. I should have just let it go. And I didn't. And I was actually pretty happy with myself at first because I was like, all right, I'm letting it go. Fine, you know, I'm doing something good. And that just happened, and I knew it. So these are the little things that keep me break even, right? If you don't know, I'm break even. And these are the little simple things that keep me break even or in small amount of drawdown. So I just need to improve. I should have got off the charts. I should have looked at this 3-minute. I do have to take some time and, you know, get stronger with the fair value gaps, and I'm going to take more seriously. But this manipulation leg is clear. This is a 3-minute straight inside of it. And this should have been easy. I waited for the 3-minute. It holds. And that's it. I should have just called it a day, right? Until we probably built some 5-minute structure or 15-minute structure, right? But there's nothing really to take longs off of here. But unless we ended up, we could see, because price ended up just going higher the rest of the day. So we take out this low. We're not inside of any significant time frame. So I want to see maybe we displace above this high. Okay, we have a 5-minute here. Do we even come back down into that? No. So there just would have not been a trade. I'm not even looking at the charts this long. So today should have been a no trading day, and it just wasn't. I didn't execute. I didn't do what I had to do, and I took the loss. That's me entering the trade. I like to risk $300 to $400, so I'm risking around that, in that range. Targeting that short-term low, risking at that high, and there it is. We're inside that 2-minute fair value gap. And price just sits. There's not much else to go about. Price just sits. I sit on my hands, set and forget, and boom. What can I do? So these are little tweaks and things I need to fix. But that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for my last trading day of the week.